Sister Obi.
Hello. Adofo ya mamu nyina akwa aba. Ya mamu nyina akwa aba bio. Ene Friday. Eyo ogifo da etoso num. February 5th. Ogifo da etoso enum. Ya mama kwa aba. Ya se hyiam ha bio. Eba bekyerɛkyerɛ ye ho. Nya promote ye ya brabo. Na eniema etosin ye dia polish ye ho. Na abrabo no susu ye dia koyenim. Na nsa na ye behya ase no. Ye pese ye kacha adofo nyina say. Sa program for educational purposes only. Ye patre say ye di educate, ye di promote life and our health. And replacing our doctor kachel. So doctor kachel say kodi no famienu a ne ka wa han and replace. Say natural remedies susu na wo use a. Ese say ma doctor ya aware. Say dro na woni no no en conflict no. It's in patch of mention and so. The double idea said Neswami Shemu Nadaroma. And any penny na twin. Yan atoyan ya dumarakwa. Near can ye bebo ya hukoko. After COVID-19 ekoso. Say ni abane say the new variant abano. Dr. Fauci said mask ne krano. Yen shenimi no. Who you so cloth especially. Who the back on a surgical mask ni sha. Now the cloth mask no so ashes so. A chest area no the new variant no. Highly contagious. As I see a boy and buying. And also see you say your community no so no. A coon be before no say 30 a coon yen penisa. Into a see a swano. Tiano so yen shannon so. Now February so ye busumi bia ya 12 si was a Black History Day. Black History Day. Ya de kai your forefathers and your ancestors. Oh muba America eba bekun ya enne yen so ya sebi. No quarry sa busumi we say ye special month kra. Ya do ba de na se. So aboy ho ban so ko. O life hu hia, me so me life hu hia. Ne yamre ne konti ye nche kra me introduction. Na if you want the program no aso. Ye di kan bibia me start ya. Me di kan bobo man because you see ladies first. Na fe ye di akọ emema no. Enti eye Awuraba mebo ni din wako school adru akire ye pa. Oye doctor. Ewo Emerson Hospital. Oye pani wo ho. And na wasan so ekira de. Anase e beka so oye professor. Ye friend no professor ana Dr. Rose Kranzia. Ni etusumienu Awuraba kama. Ono so ye doctor. Oye djuma wo U.S.A Memorial. Na wado wo nro mu papa. Ono so ofri New York ne baaye wabebeka Massachusetts etie ye. Your friend Dr. Janet Asare. Na say no me come man is ma bobo ma no. Me come man so and na ye guest speaker. One onipa bia no kware say ye come mental health a wadomu ye pa. Waboni doctorate in mental health. Into mental health specialist ye can. Wadomu ye pa. And now did some be brain. And some be brain. Your friend Dr. Akwasi Dua. Now if you want to call a member me no maka. Now behind this programming the foundation and na say near shas ye no yes ameme no muka say ye ntwen ma ye community ye black community African community ye ntosin ento mo back gather doctors alma school enim yaremu enim nromu enim ye diemu no maba ene ya ba behia na ya kyerɛkyerɛ na ne etosin wo ho no yetimi atsetnet no ne ahwe abrabo so ye ne yetimi enyi akyɛ enti programming omo en initiate ye a nenso so ye hia e de nsamobrɛm ne odi kan no Prince Paul dodo na anim se ye fa ne DJ Prince Paul na ne enti DJ Prince Paul no ye pa ne kan say the whole wide world obi anim se oteso na ne odi hon so SKF ono so platform na ye use so streaming SKF TV Yedi programming so abremo. Ne kra no me wi a na me so ma introduce me ho na me hyeda me de me to eto. Ye frame me obia daku. Ubetima frame me obia one. Me na me host programming. Eye the real talk. Ye health, ye education eba ye yi edie ho. Enti ne atena ase. Na matena ase ma fa me so o hye me nchen. Ma ka tro se covid yi so hye na edi timi no. Ene ye sa wo winter. Enti wo so fa so hye na gi wakonwa. Magi makonwa yi. Questions ade beba no ye beboa. Ensem awo no ye beyi ano ama. Enti me ntwen ne yanche no. Mema eye educator, eye Dr. Rose. Edi kan aka ene topic e dedwa. Na topic e dedwa no ye mental health. Mental health. Obeka brief about mental health. Actually, na ye wia ye bisa Dr. Janet Prentice so efa enema na so mo so no mental health no omo define ne se ye wia yakoye host so medamaste. Dr. Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
Bacho wanu betimi akọ.
Okay. For good evening. Edemu ina asibi. Obia lawyer.
Yes, doctor.
Where's Libby or Haminim Sen American Uchin, and obey lawyer. Inti mesha see a meka mental health. Ajayawo Dr. Dua Ohedi, me to so pass on quite trivia. Ono ebe church mu but me person meka a cancer mental health and no again. Mental health a emotional and I'm assuming to mean emotional, psychological and social well-being. Into mental health and sanya we see journey, right? Sanya we see a feeling, sanya we act na a part of your mental health. Into say a nipa you always there be you can't be stress, right? Stress nipa problem. Stress a part of your life. Name first young fans who exam. Wakuma be too. Wakuma be bobri. Unya stress, right? Be I catch us a way and I said, watching crabby and ye be see what brabuma who be stress. Name stress ne ba it was said it was set a cook. But uncle neither be a ne a wa. Na then affect senior ube see our bedroom and I saw live life. Into mental health is very, very important stage in life. It's a free and collaboration from adolescent to adulthood. Into I was say, to see mental health is a very big topic, but it's also you say affect emotionally, psychologically, and our social well-being. Into I didn't know mental health is important because to me we can control it. It has biological factors, genes, and the brain chemistry. This is what affects us. Into life experience be obedient me through trauma. Trauma means me who say American watchy. The BBC abuse, BBC like traumatic event affect impano. And I would say also there's mental health history because genes, brain into there's nowhere who makes me a friend. It is a way account. But my person can be about a common fact about mental health. They say 1 in 5 American adults experience mental health. Okay. And 1 in 10 young people experience a period of major depression. Into look at some emotional depression, anxiety, and mental health. Into 1 in 25 Americans live in serious mental illness, such as mental illness. Dr. Duabe can be schizophrenia, bipolar. You can't be brave, but mental health in general will say affects emotional, psychological, and social life. Into bibi kakra mefa eka afa into enya ade a obi beka say we betimi enya we betimi we will be
that's it. Missy that's uchremu. Na Dr. Dua wa hai ye beka dodo nti me ma wa no enko bebre.
Yeah, into no later on say what say you can signs and symptoms I can want some. Now major see I say and I make signs and symptoms no purple.
Pacho ubetumi dia to aso quick amaye.
Okay. Into signs and symptoms they be what want aduane nye wo de. Want to me na. Want to me sorry anopa. You say na be ya be sorry want to me. Ebi a honam fa o feel fine no keka ho na you feel hopelessness. And sometimes bibia na wo refi oni weni nji bibia na obuafu nti bibia na obuafu na wo kekam na wo kekam and unya bibi our friend mood swings 1 minute when you the next minute obuafu the next minute na we raho nti na ebi so ha wo dream say bia ma me hurt me one as me call it me bibi sa nti these are a little bit of signs and symptoms of mental health disease. Nti no bibi am person who ne say mental health disease e ade a yetumi cure e wo ho nduru a ye wo ho yetumi therapy you might be bra e betumi aboa wo a wo betumi live with mental health.
Thank you, Dr. Rose. Thank you very much. Dr. Janet. Master said ka wo so be tofa ansana Dr. Dua Bekasa no wo be tofa wo ekwan amofa so treat mental health just tofa kakra bi 1 minute per na ya start program no.
Yo, that's it. Treatment, mental health. So that is that kind, mental health. Everything she summarized it. Treatment not a war no. It's individualized. There were so many treatments. A war Emma obia, but obia dear individualized. One size doesn't fit all. Until back one meka a bedikaya canon. And treatment be also so a multiple a year the amount treatment be a pharmacological and non-pharmacological. So you can say pharmacological a neuro treatment and it be also a neuro the major woman say a counseling I'm friend no how do you call talk psychotherapy, which is talking like you talk, and non counseling and medication and self-help, and also another way you treat you. Now you can see therapy, counseling, and all counseling counselor. How to say that Dr. Dua no a toolful, no my advice. So no much quiet cope with stress. Any all that, any anxiety, any depression, and the there's a way a counselor and also no or better ama what in your cope. It be also a neuro, if you go into details, Dr. Dua Eka. Now you go into details and really be different types depending on your problem. So there's sister Dr. Rose Kayano. We will high depression, we will high anxiety, we will high mood, we will high psychotic disorder. Nina who enroll her and also health. Behavior therapy. Nina or high become one you discuss idea. You go into details. And tougher member.
Thank you very much. Madam Asima, Dr. Dua. Yo, Dr. Rose Mama who said Dr. Rose Mama who said mental health no important for our overall health well-being. And I say ye dear na no can say your psychological, emotional or church kakra. And to say obi our mental health and not autosin and our council say if boy you fear any idea. But you wouldn't move our school. We some mental illness in Pacho bet me aka moon some ni be a train.
Obi mi da se bebree no etiefo Dr. Rose, Dr. Janet. Etiefo me pa chomo fencha me se me de brofo efra insem di bi ho no ma twine na edin kakra. Obi you can mental health per se you know potokasa mo oponi beka say it's an enigma. That is something that is very difficult to understand. And I won't say bibia say yenti asia na ya mystify na is so mystery. So but mental health no me church in one mensa yewo mental health and your poor mental health. Sorry, your poor mental health and your mental illness. It is saying and yet like ninja the same. It let's start it number mental health once. Mental health. Because of mental health your body. We are assuming WHO, World Health Organization. Oma kase onipebia se o mental health it was seen overall health and so it was seen. Actually, WHO actually are including mental health as part of our overall health. We trace mental health is very, very important. Near you can mental health a dear body, a make a normal four-way or protocol, you free say functionality, productivity, adaptability, and fulfilling relationships. So into being as you're saying, number one, say obetimi I realize your potential. Say ultimately cope with normal life stresses. Okojuma, we are very like productive and moreover to make it very positive contribution to your our society. Like some kind mental health, mental illness, and then poor mental health. Nina in the same. Sekase obi mental health. Actually, it's a very good thing because mental health denotes a very positive thing. So, because good mental health, because of mental health area, as you're saying, number one, being able to think rationally. So, rationality is very, very important, especially also OBR or drive or a kwamu, now to say, amount for a juma. Who sign be say or much say stop men at work. So stop men at work or rational thinking so what they say say, oh, let me slow down amount for a juma. So what they say, but all like it that rationality so what they say, say, oh, should I go and stop the men working? So what they say, rationality is very, very important. The next one here, communication skills. How are only in Pakasa? So what you say, many one time, many like society. How are you in common? The next one is emotional growth, and the other one is resilience. Resilience is very, very important. Resiliency. That is say a stressor being able to say bounce back after a very stressful event. So what you see. Siekase obi like resilient. So interest say asem to what and how. So it is asem to what a how. But even those a how no utimi seek for help. So it is utimi kono kwaje emwa. Say the beya ubitimi a bounce back. So Anna the other one so yes self-esteem. Self-esteem. So wo ebia wa hu see mu. Nina eka or mental health. Inti funny say or rational thinking. Utibika say ye, so what is here, or emotional growth, or resiliency, so what is or self-esteem. You can say oh very, very good mental health. So what is here. Into the next one here, poor mental health. So what is here. Poor mental health actually is a precursor, a warning sign for mental illness. So on, because of poor mental health, Dr. Rose Ekasai, so poor mental health, and trace or mental illness. Now, but a trace and you might be a coursework. So I'm sure and once a month a year will be mental illness. It be your body. So it be say it be Dr. Rose Kai, you are starting to lose interest in the things you used to do. And when we all know now we are not energy, but you see, no, who lose interest. So what you say, and we are starting a precursor. So if we be say sudden intolerable sadness, which one man now real hope for nothing. So what it be and count about already be so what you say, and we a warning sign. And I say, I think it will be an abuofu. So what you say, no abuofu. Other one will say poor sleep. Sleep is very, very important. And them is very, very important because our body signs no if really say appetite. Ebia wadidi mu ene wundemu. So what you say. Onipebia ubitimia live about 45 days without food. So what you say, ubitimia live okay because it drew time be a body no ebitimia adapt to ebia so wundidia. But one that for 5 days 10 days 1 year ebitimia kum. So on into precursor it be a poor sleep. Either say on that and I say odapa. So what you say. And the other one was low libido, area of sex drive, and also of sex drive, and I say, oh, very, very low energy. And I say, if we say anhedonia, that is for pleasure. So, on say, when you pay if we say pleasure, pleasure, na itima, sorry, and maybe so what you see, but of pleasure, echo forma, now fit, and no maybe an up we know, untimi ye so what you see. Intia, ye can't poor mental illness, when you know a trait say, unya, yariani, so what you see, but you know, before we yariano, and no more when you know a day first, and sana yariana started. Now, about mental illness. Said that, like Dr. Rose said, mental illness, dear body. Mental illness, say, mamin ka asimbi, you know. So mental illness per se, you know, potoka samuno, ye kase disease, culturally or socially defined. So what you say, enti eno bi wo no ma yeba chroma say ya you huni say awimu yare but opogana entisa. So into every culture and every society though define what they deem to be mental illness. So ebia obachroma say ya bibi say eating disorders yare so about Ghana okonoma la bibi sa on so on into mental illness per se, you know, mental illness per se, you know, is seen, you know, is actually socially and culturally defined. And also to me, and also try to say, mental illness evolved over time. It means a chair, yari bi onuma na enye mental illness, but see no a mental illness because say society and the culture, as we advance, you know, so what you see, you free say deviancy. So society behind the culture be some behavior be a expected behavior. So what you see, sebi we say obi sorry no pa obi you say obi jare so obi see you home obi ko juma so but say obi behavior be a we know a deviate from what the society expects. So what you say, that is where mental illness into mental illness actually evolved into maybe to say like chroma say some years ago now homosexuality. So what you say, lesbianism, any gender identity be a me oba na my be as what you no more say nina yare so what you say but okay now you when you say yare see so what you see when you stress mental illness I said like Dr. Rose you know our social, our psychological and our general well-being. So to be able to actually achieve that well-being, you know, mental health per se is a very good thing. So what you say, you can say, oh, mental health, oh, you know, say rationality, communication, resilience, emotional growth. So what you say, but say when you know start from na ababe poor mental health, na yang yi na one court seek treatment in terms nothing about it mental illness, it be depression, bipolar, any other area of the HIV can also.
Dr. Dua?
Yes.
Yeah, minimum say misunderstanding around mental health. And so early did my especially before seeking help. And they say, Obi and now kind so na nanso no or yet delirium cry say a drone action ain't na or person or kind of no massemty now we frown upon it. Sanya man a quan benson bit me a fire educating a year community.
Yeah, education is very, very important. Obi, you know, said it, Dr. Rose Kathleen, mental health, you know, there are many courses. You know, the environmental courses, and essential biological courses. What you see, you know, and I'm essential where you say, we tend to mystify it. What you see, I'm not trying to discount the values and beliefs of our ancestors. What you see, those things are there. So on, you know. But the ending they can also say mental health per se, you know, two main causes are the environmental causes and then the biological causes. But before I'm about the question is, you know, mommy can't assemble could be so say poor mental illness, no answer na mental health, no mental illness, no if we say functionality. So the way utimi eye and you maybe so your functional level is very, very important. Say yare now say if it hasn't affected your functional level like so obviously so a disease like mental illness becomes a disease if it affects your functional level. And you can say it be a functional level or functional level your body or functional level it be say won't see any one combudible so what is a bako other ones in say or self-care so it be say getting along with people and I say your life activities, you know, it be a part so ko juma oko so ko school oko so we diania why so on, you know, and other one say being able to participate in your society now. So, but Obi, back to your question, mental health area, you know, we are still trying to understand what it entails. So what you see, essence area be a yenti many myths, you know, arise from that particular way, you know. So what you see, to be able to start that way, you know, in our community, education. So what you see, I say you start education. You might amount for what exactly is mental health. So what you see, but I say your main education focus on stigma, because stigma plays a very, very important role in treatment and recovery. So right. Because maybe you know what diabetes now or catch beer, you know, very be it's what you say, but depression now catch beer now I say very be you know, because say the way society mental health disorders say treatment and recovery and being able to even talk about it, you know, are very, very huge, not even in our culture but also in the Western culture also.
Thank you very much. Dr. Oka, a biological aspect, no. Pacha, what about much mukakra? And no pacha say the only panel, and I say, only ya, what's now send your kind of what one and a ra who knows, and I say, on one functional level, affected no, and when biological nana.
Biological factors, no, I mean, a body you know, your dream, you find say your brain, so your favorite say brain cells. So obviously, how brain, also brain, yeah, it was cells woman almost timmy brain juma what is supposed to do. So right.
Yeah.
Before our brain be human, so what you see, I say brain cells no communicate with each other. So what you see, into be a cell A, Dr. Sorry, a cell B. Me person me capture they say, you know, yeah, a juma we say the be a union be say, so what you see. Into being able to we able communicate, you know, message send one so what you see. So message no and what we bring intimacy between many the next son in terms of what is into a message then to me and draw so it in same be brave so what you see into onipe bia anyhow otie so and your friend BB say message na yes and no your friend will say neurotransmitters so what you see into ebini serotonin ebini dopamine ebini GABA so what you see ebia ne die so into ebia me sending message ni mo bi so what you see ebia me sending you know like into me and Drew Honum so what you see into Emma the next cell into me whatever like you're supposed to do so what you see so one you know and between cells na a dream so there is the gap gap on point about equine Edem so on you know inti say gap no any the main focus of mental health so what you see gap no a holding neurotransmitters no echo so what you see and a body no in here a certain number of neurotransmitters to be able to work so inti be 70 means send enough neurotransmitters so what you see na gap no neurotransmitters na gap no omusa so body no intimate function ebini serotonin so what is intibia serotonin say between your two cells no so gap no say serotonin no is and about depression so on you know and I say if you be say other one no say GABA say GABA no so is and about depression, you know, your free baby say dopamine. So dopamine.
Ohia fe obenya dura na bibia mana kosoro.
Amana kosoro. So what you see? Inti dopamine also a dose too much. Nothing a started cause psychotic like behavior. So what you see? It is said like Dr. Sari can you know in drone the only yen say ombe gap no so what you see. Not either say oma induce cells no to release more of the like neurotransmitters no and I say abia ye per se a buffer so what you see a drone bitimia induce your body to release certain enzymes to go into the gap to just destroy those excess when you want so it's a kind of say biological.
Thank you doctor.
Yeah it's a bunny say biological and then they say you know a neoma ye wo no na e wo that and no untimi change so what you see now like say kind of say about mental health family history play a very very important role in the patrol my economy child you know back to the cells and so what your cells be a friend germline cells and a cells be a friend somatic cells what you say germline cells no ebini oba sebi oba unkusia so on you know and back on say obema unsu sperm no so on you know at the germline level no say alteration BC or no so what you see na nyoma nkoyi no akola na owo no so that way na isi you know obenya say yarea isi owo no na enoma na yi no so what you see inti Rebecca said one of the biggest way is say mental health there is always a family history so what you see because family history is likely say obe pass that yarea no so ama oba na bibisa Yeah.
Pacho, that's it. Doctor, topic asama maybe sana area obiano abamuno ye. According to CDC website, no, say mental health increase chronic illness, to say hypertension, cancer, stroke, diabetes, any chronic illness biano, mental health increase. So, ya me person me can say, and soon so ama abi before a question, and soon so ama be before, who show muso so abi before pana, sayari ebubo ni din ya dos apart from cancer, any low kakra, hypertension, na heart diseases, bebre, chronic angina, doson, and stroke, and diabetes, to do on majority blacks, and Africans and so though you know blacks but me can blacks are me can omo America na yen so black are free Africa ya me pet me can say so enye ye duane nko a ye di na mental health problem let me increase sadie na na acho ye wi a ye nyina no betimi atena
would be papa because la said me can one dream a control adie bia so on in TM fund said like Dr. Rose Ekan, stress, example, stress, what is it? Stress, normal, so is we need stress to be able to do the things that we are supposed to do, so on, because the stress, nothing will push you, so what is it? At a certain level, stress, okay, so on, but stress about be idea enye it draws point be if we say a team do so team control so on and when you go through stress and you might be a happen or body man you feel if we say physiological so what you see into be we am sure and no be brave see so what you see or blood pressure control wakoma control so say or body no itimi produce you enough if we say energy so the be ya we say we journey and we journey so what you see or eyesight clear so on in the end say we am show base 100 times a day just say or body no no way 100 times a day that means that it is actually taxing your heart so much so say a drew baby it immediate ebia akomayare and I say diabetes and I say any yare and so about it also.
Thank you. Dr. Janet.
Yes.
Dr. Dua can be brave. Na oka factors and enroll class and non-pharmacological. Ubetima kamu nsamne kakra do maybe saw earlier, but onu akase me person can question now the answer questions.
Yo, that's it. Dr. Dia can be brave, I see be brave. Now the mess can kakra can the Dr. Dia can say. Obi o hoso yes, mental health leading to chronic illness. And I do also a chronic illness so no etimi induce some mental because wakonya cancer ebe start anya sa adrenal like mental problem na manu and I do also enro ni bebre o bu enro bebre so enro ni bi also a a black box warning wo ho ti no so no ukoswa afa no so timi affect you mentally. And also bereavement in BBU can cope, can stress, maybe can overcome that, buy and buy not fed it. Adrenaline started boom. In real be said Dr. Giacano, all this serotonin and all this dopamine, and no all this kind that scenario not kind in nano. Your more formulity and real to swear use all that pathway. And it's all more access. It depends on what you have. It will really be a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Like so you're describing a GABA with all that from but said you're on narrative or my formulity and so according to that. Into woko now what dream said the extra no, and finds a way you're depressed. And really be a while, and the bema antidepressant do a while. Ebe wow, I reduce sadness or a whole no susua and really go it will reduce your sadness. Why you're hopeless and run as antidepressant libi also it will reduce your hopelessness and it will increase your energy and it will more I concentrate more. And I know be also the class libi also so and also a for anxiety. So mental due to anxiety, and also you're formulating in such a way, say a beboa or reduces a panic, and all this, so be a very short term. So where you need due to anxiety, I that short course of maybe I would mean that sleeplessness and all kind, you can't sleep. Your friend insomnia, who can't sleep, you know, beboa or drink a cry, just for a short time, a beboa overcome. When and it was also a call now in order so call it boy the bad mouth to reduce your mood, like mood stabilizer. Don't know a U.S.A mood now when you have many like who call that stage, and then maybe also on my formulating wow, so what do level now you are getting all that psychosis, psychotic, and maybe also a wow now. I've worked with wow. Maybe why unique combinations of Jedia or unique combination. Well, I do certain level be a back on Timino. It's almost a mom, you know me, and Sunny idea are ever wow. Tea, they be no.
That's it. Na ekwan ben so ne ebefa pacho koma ye nyina ekwan ben so ne ebefa edi aboa sabe enkrofo ba mo nchen mo nro mo hwe wom ebi beda hospital ekwan ben so ne ebefa timi edi aboa obi because sane ye kan ne Ghana for enema bi wo ho ayefa ne say ye norm ebi a wosori anopa nka da bia wosori a obedware ba bedu ba bi no na sa pleasure no eni ho or hokra ne rekra aho but only say a poor mental health lead to mental illness ekwa be so ne betimi afa e de aboa ye nkrofo
make us say mami can say be obi NET4 yeah unse me can say mental health no abodi mu no ye many causes in himself biological and other one here environmental so on into environment environmental na ye be scholars be omo kan and normal be far environmental ye free scholar be say like Sigmund Freud of Austria so onoka say we are who we are now because of things that happened to us as a child. So what you see. Into no case, obi we obc here. A son say a no maybe a CC or brabo muna na usano. So what you see. Into no case, so usa na ebia go through a traumatic experience via, to be able to forget about that experience, or try say unconsciously, be depressed without deep down within you. So what you see. Inti umpese obekaka inti ube use what he called coping mechanism to be able to depress those things deep down. So what you see. Inti onos ana osanso ka say so what you see to be able to actually go back and solve that issue. Unhia therapy. So what unhia a therapist who will sit down with you and talk to you and bring those things out. So what you see, until those things come out, you wouldn't be who you are supposed to be. So what you see, and also environmental, it play a very, very important role. So what you see, and said it like Dr. Gineka, pharmacology, so what you see, but so we'll be back in China. You be So we don't go for meds first. So and unless say you are any very, very severe, you prefer say you be therapy and counseling phase. So just say therapy and counseling and you after you try in draw. So there are many cases ABL a very, very severe and you try both meds and therapy. So by me then can make us say mental illness and the best treatment I think you go through and say obinya a very good therapist. Now not transit, now nakasa. So what is here? No what share you know maybe obetimia ya said be ya obetimia free baby that place now channel. So on the other. Because med alone is not treatment. Therapy is always the best way to go first.
Dr. John Pacho, question. Obidi Nana Owusu crunching pon. Or saying, Dr. Dua, are you saying drugs are formulated to get someone depressed? Can you please explain further?
No, drugs are not formulated to get somebody depressed. They're not Dr. Janet at Mekainana or Kain and they say, or the Lamechum, you know, about the neurotransmitters and so to say. And ABA may ABA OB any Dr. Janet so muy OB AM cell 1, Dr. Janet Asari AM cell 2, so to say, OB ni Dr. Janet ABM so what you say, mokasa through what we call neurotransmitters. So on, you know, and between unini obino. So I say me here a certain number of neurotransmitters between unini and them. So they be like making you function normally. So what you say, at times no, based on our biological component. So what you say, that the number of neurotransmitters not me here. A form, so in fact, it's serotonin, a form a also like depression. So, but there are certain meds that I can take to be able to bring that level up to actually relieve me from depression. So, you know, but me other ways to say, so you see, yenka say menfe draw, a draw a very, very important. So you see, but because say there are certain instances we mental health like professionals know you prefer say therapy first. So it's your therapy na year near the draw account. We are protocol someone you free be non-invasive care. So you per se you try at the ABA any so invasive on your body first. So what you see and some and year not yet a grown swagger. Minimum say some much year.
Yo, Nana Pacho, I believe so. Question, no, yeah, answer. Pacho, another comment a bit media. Pacho, question so be testing me. I can say on your COVID now, obey so down, none the rock why so depressed. But unfortunately, no, obi obe friend be asking me say why you busy. And to set therapist, on to me schedule appointment. Oh yeah, it's backdated. Amana ya down. Ediana obetimi aye.
Yeah, very, very good question. So Obi, very, very good. Mecca the same way as Dr. Gineka most certainly the disclaimer to so on say we for educational purposes only. So what is here? Say also Dr. Gineka say chronic illness can lead to mental health issues. So on, you know. In TABL offer case we say so it is always advisable to start with his PCP or her PCP first. So say ABS or PCP the first place to start. But me way they say I don't want my PCP to manage my mental health illness. So what is here? Because ABS more diabetes me person like me PCP, me general doctor and managing me diabetes. What is it? Me person a specialist. So it usually starts with your PCP first. Now okona okasa na so what you say na ohun baby original obetimi atro bibiti say we refer amount so on the other. Inti ebia se referrer ebe mo na omo manage from their officer. Ayana is very easy to find a therapy. So as you see. But if you try to call a therapy on your own, ayana ayedin kakra. So as you see. And only one under the best case scenario, the best case scenario, they say symptoms no edru baby affected or functional level there, then it is very, very important to go to the emergency room. So as your normal say so here psychiatric bed it's okay. So as you see, because yari diabetes not to hospital no so you want to hospital obia encounter so what is that I didn't like because you are psych unit now there's always a red flag. So what is here movies didn't do justice to us psychiatric care because old movies almost portray psych hospital as those horror movies. People are changing them. I mean, so over psych hospital, it's just like your home. So patients are just like any other person on the street. So on it usually we go through an inpatient psych facility, and know you're the best way to go because so what you say and your ma here about back to your previous function level. So what you see, and through that referral from an inpatient psych facility is much more faster than you trying to do it on your own.
Yo, Pacho, another question. Pacho, Madam Eresibo now say, can pregnancy affect your mental health? Can pregnancy affect your mental health?
Yeah.
Dr. Janet, to get me a bum.
I mean, sure said Dr. Dua let me come more of that because I know for the past I say hormones. I don't think it will like. I know if you are pregnant, hormones are working like all over the place. And I don't think that it can make you sad. Now what you definitely you get over it. When the hormone, after you deliver. But then pregnancy, I don't think, Dr. Gia can say more. I don't think that will give you mental illness, but it will make you go all over the place. Depression will come in, anxiety will come in until because of all the hormones that's going around. But Dr. Gia can talk more about it because that's his specialty.
It's true,
Dr. Dua, now what mental health?
Apart from the hormones, body so on, environmental factors so what ABR service Juma sem, sika sem, so on, anxiety, akwalai, lamewona, obey papa, obey so no be go through your mind. Yeah, and you a bit poor mental health, but pregnancy per se and cause mental illness per se. But the American was say what is so critical and they say we so on na afi o starti say ora ho so what you see usutan bia untibin didi so what you see uhua kolana ompese boso ni mu na adwin bi so ba otiri mi se ese o we o hamya kolana e hono na eye serious almost free bibi say simple
postpartum depression.
Postpartum depression. So and then the most critical area is here. But pregnancy per se, intimate cause so mental illness. It may be say what you went through during your pregnancy, might lead to some postpartum depression per se.
And I know someone friend, me can be account. I mean, during the pregnancy, me said Dr. Janet, Dr. Dua can be brave. During pregnancy, yeah, it's hormones anyway, but also we're talking about mental health, which affects our general being. internet Dr. Draka, ever so be over on him, Obano, Ononkwa. There's no support. There's nobody to support the person emotionally. Until they're going through all these mood swings, no more. It could happen. It's not part of a manifestation or say a cancer, yeah, in fact, pregnancy. However, when you look at the whole being now, if the person has no support, why isolated, it could lead to that. It's more likely, say, yeah, I mean, postpartum depression because Apalane Nana Joe or no soon to me, you'll be Moano. I mean, it's all hell. I mean, it all moves that way. We can label it a pregnancy corset, but if the person is not being supported in any way, they're feeling lonely, they're feeling stressed, and all those things, it can lead to postpartum depression. And if we don't take care, it can hurt the baby.
Obi Bacho, Wamika Simbia, Dr. Rose, a kind of support. So, your mental health, social support.
Dr. Diamin Chawanona, Mami, Eba fiba. Niana yaka ho asem sisi anoka. Postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. No say lack of support system and the ba. Tina person make say a rubber bia for ma asem no so amoka ne so. That's it. Pachon betima to aso.
Yeah. Social support very, very important. Make our conference be Boston. And conference it was organized by it was organized by Mass General Hospital, into doctors from all over the world. So now even doctors at that level, like almost almost stress so much importance about social support and how it is able to change the brain chemistry. So on, into maybe as we advance in this series, back to like social support. So near accounts because especially in our culture, support is very, very important. And I don't think it's something that we lack per se, but sebi I can't trauma you want so a true time be I like a harding kakra. So what is it? As time goes on, you become like social support myself.
Yo, adafo ya tibebre afa mental health na yaka eniyama ketekete a eto esi ewo ya brabom na yaka ni titupa ne se social support ya de bi ehia wo na edi druye na Dr. Adua start no kan asem bi ese esnobia ye rational thinking ubetimi akọ ebia enkrofo ye kwan ebia wo drive ya trambo say stop men at work obi so beka say odru ho a ohu sign no beka say stop men at work eto betimi aka say omom ye adwuma na esi emom jai and obi so beka say me slow down and na stop it because enkrofo our rational thinking into what mu enema ketekete a etosi ema yetimi nya mental problem ene enema so betimi afa so ebesi anokwa because you say chronic illness egu yesu bebre heart diseases, diabetes, stroke, cancer, CDC the say and now research say no is backed by mental health. That must be pre. Patrian to us.
Yeah, and some where the mamifa asem kakra bin from who say ye free BBC humor or comedy. It is very, very important. It has a unique way of changing the brain chemistry. With it, mami kind of broth. So, and this is even a true story. So a guy had a terminal illness, cancer, and he was given about 3 months to die. True story. And the guy was rich. So what he did was that he bought the best world comedy ever made. So maybe comedy videos. rented the best hotel with the best meal. And all that he did was that he was watching this comedy, laughing and eating very good. Do you know, say after 3 months, he still lived?
Wow.
Yeah, true story. 3 months time, he still lived. 6 months, he still lived. 1 year, he still lived.
Wow.
So, so the Canadian firm say, so a series, and as a comedy is, it's very, very important. And it's also a very good method to just de-stress. So at that time, obedi, indeed, Ghana say, yeah, so stress will on, but comedy, kasa, no, so into huni. So obedi some will be sending me last bill WhatsApp and about is it Welch juice be yeah, sound was hey. When Chief Wire juice, so you see, I mean, it's so funny. So you see, it was so funny, straight now. Are you a dream? So what dream free and no more be so on it's we are seeing be a the film so on but bijama obina of your also.
Yeah, Obi, met me a kakakra so Dr.
And
when I say the mind has a very big effect on the body. Into whatever you think makes you who you are. It's always good to dream positive, like you think something joyful for yourself. So like joke. Oh, be our grocery, be try so be ma be you were here. Pay be far grow be from. Was only back on the cry, no what's the stand on no cry, no what's it. Oh, or no say, we say was so a positive effect on you. But be a call back on the shop where Muna say kusu. Now was also quite an idea or chile, now also dear before shiano, or no bread, or so bread. Over coffee now what they are them for a call. Over now blood pressure I'm through. But no Muna now what the positive wish I don't know. No cry as a son. Because they be at that time, no, here will be a manacasser, some be a treno. So they are saying the mind, yadia, can and they say. Yen try say being a positive effect on one another because especially COVID era obia about them may ya pay them be a sack unit. I mean since us new kwa to me who say obi a prominent person but I dream boom. Uko na uko hunu or floor or salutu na what's up who say all of a sudden no I show say be a show to say oh dream say why is she laughing with me into the next time I call around and say hey miss can I ask you a question no dem come no kasa na wutie enti ye Ghanaian community no say Dr. Duakai no ye used to ye shedem ka party weekend near namasie a year near namasie sorry near woho but because of COVID ye shedem enti this is a time it was a ye relax near tie ye ho na ye ni ye ho din komo na ye pe asresem bi and this is the time so the year come to benefit ye nyina na ye community no. This is the time when time we can be a show no kasi betio wasmesi we say na asem na and I'm and oh yes sir you are increasing the person's grade boy na wu so into yam wire ho na yam communicate with yam pay be increase each other's mood obi go through obi on control say oh bro say the Dr. Dura kind of stigma or ferry say minia me bread me hu chire me hu fa me papa dream mu but of first so be catch because on you so catch wa me catch obia Dr. Rose Betty long until let's try to be each other's keeper and more of us also no try to relax especially your walls say well hey you shed them used to nkwala you shed them 24/7 you kufa ha ukunu ni ufa ha yirini enti a hard dream but try say you be each other you should listen to one another so now you're so stressed out that you tell your partner say I think say maybe me here 1 hour be to myself no one go share what baby you like and your bathtub no no them then we Ghanaians we don't do that we should try. In your bedroom, no, at the bathtub, we want to hear music. Well, now we're relaxing, you know, so take care of yourself. Say, yeah, I'll be taking care of what down for be a feeling better, I'm feeling nice. You too, take care of you, me, Janet. I'm taking care of Janet today. What if you catch your partner saying, it's Janet's day? Kids, today is my day. Mommy needs to, you know, take time out, relax, take care of me. Baby, oh, today is me. Get it for yourself. I don't mean say just go on a rampage, but take care of yourself. You know yourself better than anybody knows you. So if you see there's something wrong, it's there's over to an extreme, no? Try to relax, meditate, you know, and take care of yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I made it so soon. Say at this time, they say, Dr. Duane, Dr. Janet, I can be brave. Everybody is going through something of their own. But it was we have to be each other's keeper as well. What am I saying? It's not the time for judgmental talk. If you ever say, my friend Dr. Duane, I make Dr. Duane, and say, I mean, to me, sorry, I know. I'm not really feeling well. I'm feeling down. I'm not expecting Dr. Duane because she said, I said, why are quadro? Dang. That won't mean now sorry. I was so sorry, but Modi, sorry. Ghana need the way then. Fatal. Sorry. Oh, I'm say okay, me that's it. What I said, my friend Dr. Duane catch the beam said BBC. It's not time for judgment. Now we are going through stuff. So Obi, like to be supportive of each other. Obi to me, fro, not so can be betrayal. Because we know signs of depression, we know signs of anxiety, we know what is going on. Nipa no want to me more cry. Oh, okay, Mate, name afraid of doctor. And I said, BBB say, Connie and check on the and share because yes, I know what we have to be there for each other. Who knew Bia, ye na you are quantum, no Bia, no Busia phone or her, and so Bia nipa new be. Show kindness to somebody, have relationship with somebody. They don't have to be your family. Ye na ya ba ya if Ghana de Busia phone. We should stop judging each other. Obi bana so can be a yenti. It is very unfortunate, say. Obi and person be cancer matro be and so be cancer will be judging them. Then near call us the way they depressed. Coffee aqua. Oh, say, I bibi ba I was say tea that you two one more because bibi wa Dr. Duane Omaka said a therapy or bibi wa a bit me. Ye two one more. So that we'll be able to live our life to your potential. Now be our potential. To know what you're worth, know what you bring, and then form a community. Form a community. Be nice to somebody. Somebody will be nice to you. Let's support each other.
That's it. Pachomami kind messages about Victoria. Wow, social support and building healthy relationships. Into no swap waso. And Barbara J was whoa. I'm really learning a lot tonight. Thanks so much to the organizers and doctors. Very educative indeed. And Madam Resi Bonos is very educative. Barbara Saka was no wonder I'm always watching comedy. LOL. Into Barbara no or you will be an pa. Yes. And then Pacho Victoria was a cousin Bina. Very, very important. But elaborate on what Ghanaians don't take time off. No vacation. Rather, we pick overtime and forget ourselves. Or we forget self-care. We are very, very important. You no overtime need so. You no overtime need so. As I say, so you share. At the end, you bet me a catch your fellow listeners. Mama nonko.
And nobody be very, very, very simple. So and it can be, some things can be as simple as, oh, you know what, and then we will feel let me take a drive around my neighborhood. See, because Obi one more service, Betty Worcester, but many parts of Worcester. So you see, me free ABA, me jumom, if you jumom supermarket. Sorry, so on, Into and what we bring on like it's very simple, and then me baby, you know what? Let me take my case in the car. Let's take a drive in Boston. Let's drive around. Let's walk around. So what you see, into some things be one it doesn't say it's a take a vacation, it may be as simple as driving around, not even involving any money, so on, into of course, taking time for ourselves and also enjoying the things we like is very, very important also. But one thing Mami Kasim wins so Nami thanks how important mental health is and how stigma also like plays a very important role in treatment. Nami Jumobi or some hospital be and one patient no free Asia, main the country per se. Into let me say not free one of those rich countries in Asia and by school or Boston. But by stresses need be bring money, academic performance about form. Then she started having suicidal ideation because her family has a very higher standard for her. Into or by die hospital into a hormone for on admission to just assess her to see how she does. Then as soon as her family heard that she was in the hospital and they couldn't fathom the fact that their daughter is in a psych hospital, they were on the next plane to the U.S.A. On by, say, doctor, no, you can't, so no, we want our doctor back. And then the doctor, the patient, they signed her off a free BBC AMA against medical advice. What you say, because they couldn't understand the fact, say, her daughter is so sick to be in a psych hospital. So what you see, we discharge her. Can you believe, say, a week later, the girl killed herself? Make us yes, so we know one of the biggest issue of OBSA, it may address it, especially in our community, in our culture, is stigma. Stigma is very, very huge. But apart from stigma, let's take care of ourselves.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so to add, Dr. Dua says stigma. What is stigma? Instead, we're talking more about mental health. Mental health is just like BBI. So, and yeah, BBI to say here for yari and I say Isika for yari and it will be a bit me. Oh, it's a yari and ye BBI a ye who and I say BBI ye name at the crowd, but a yari. Dr. Janet, I can hear what a hundred. Oh, I was saying, Jaisa, a friend says, take the stigma is attached. We are the bottom for. My entry and free. The time that you pay here, no, now we'll try my free. It's who you are, right? I was saying, Jaisa, and your man. Being mental issue, so here more. Yeah, refer. We have resources. There's so many places on Betty. The only way we can remove the stigma is for us to understand what mental health is. And yet, the way for yari and I say way for yari. Mental health, you can get it one way or the other. If we can't manage the stress that you are on your way there, stigma, and you will be able to see a Japanese.
And the American Council account say so no insurance bebre a jumamu bebre so no more offer sa mental program boho or your employee will be ask about it. Ebu and yet to say be beef chinchine be ebia you are so stressed you can't de-stress. There's a program at your workplace. Just find out. You just go there. Only will be back. They said Dr. Duaka counseling. you just tell them what is going on. I'm so tense, I'm so stressed, and I can't cope. I need, obi or what program or what, they will just talk to you. Somebody will listen, talk to you, give you advice, and then you will come out and feel and almost know how to cope with certain things. It doesn't have to be at the stage you say, what drew baby will cut down here. Who feels that you are so stressed that ask about it. There's a program. I'll bet me a corner or be a casana or distress it.
Now, Obi Becca saying be many sales guy be a delay, brony be a very, very high stress job. So you see, very, very. Anna, Anna Bicashan say, Nami Yapan say Friday, Anna Yapan, so you see. It's at the end of it, he will make some very good money. So no, Akwazi, I'm not coming on Friday. Friday is my stress-free day. I go to the massage, get my massage. So even if I'm getting 1 million on that Friday, I'm not coming. So
Yeah. Stress-free day. Yeah, can you make a suggest to say, and I said Dr. Rose can be say, young family organization, and now organization be a national organization be a joining Nebwa. Mostly, so see, Ghanaians here slow because Kokawa Cemetery be crying a dabonting. But organization they don't come Kokawa Cemetery. Name of mobile organization say, Ebi a mo hwese ne mhote. Na me cha de say Zuma ba, Prince Paul ho. One day met me aka so, ye Zoom party. And now ye cocktail party send a call for man association mo ye. Obi afa ne drink and then a glass and I never can see a weekday. Na jaya showcase weeks ahuro. Ni na ye part of non-pharmacological aspect of this mental health. Dan say ye betwa ya na yare na skeleton and I say akosoro akwa kodu baby a ye ntimi control. And a second so we mama no asi but me bisa sem for obia. Exercise ye good I say eboa e distress. Say gym crowd be ntimi nkogym. Parties and a binimodian and cocoa party a distress it. Do one on me party. And ebia some can outing to eat and also no COVID daruma on timenko. Some bay and as sunny be can non pharmacological apart from massage and one near man a dear pana minim some becassi comedy. But comedy near my baby you bet me a cacao. A man crowfoot me a distress.
Thanks to friends, COVID by a man for the brain or exercise activities. I knew maybe on YouTube, right? It's a workshop comedy new year. Since you talk outside, snow outside. There were so many things. So people say walk a mile, walk saying. To make me also those kind of exercise maybe. Oh, now we'll fear now we'll be our name caller. You know, I was your phone. Exercise. Not more ye bibi sa oh. You encourage him. You best me a bibi ofi. It could be a family therapy time. Oh, yeah, exercise. Yes, right. No, now obi strengthen obi silvery. And I say yeah, a principal crown of everyone. Also TV. Also bet me a daddy lumber be and a bibi or TV. So now more. Now yeah, dancing competition with you. Yeah, daddy and I say some mommy leben when you are na ye call yes. And and yeah, and so surgeon you can walk. I mean, whether near fine, you can walk into your neighborhood, walk a little bit, get fresh air, clear your mind. And Dr. Dennis can be earlier. Have your time, me time, we time. Oh, take yourself away from things, kakra. Until gym will open. Most of us do you buy order a bike be an answer, be not or not a that. It's time to take off the dust. Get on it. Do something at home. We have all the resources. It's not all about gym. You can get on time, on call, whatever time you get up, just turn on your YouTube video and then do something. We have so much stuff that we can, do.
Yeah, the message me as I come on to say, oh, show what do you like? a day now, like, what's your passion? Like, what do you like in life? About you, me say media me share and ya meet me when you are near na free my say chong. You find what you like and do that. So open art, what friend kwala you might draw near ma, you know, anything music. Say, Dr. Kaya, music. Fear, cleaning out the whole day, cleaning something that you like. If you like pet, now you like pet, find a pet. You know, you go around and no crowd keep you busy. They be no cleaning pet and not then you go around. Just find something that you like and then do that more often, and then you can move on.
Bobby, you are mute.
Madam Masimpacho, make kind messages about. Make us a group. Mipacho Nana F. Amofa. Or say, we need to promote therapy in our community. Yes, we do. And now Osaka said, love the idea. Or Chiamamo. Victoria, who say mindfulness, such as breathing technique, and so see a very good, no say a very good therapy, which is very, very, very true. And now Rhoda Mensa Ama. Rhoda said, play music and dance. And Dr. Janet Kayeno is a good therapy. Yes, dancing. And now Nana Mofaka Bio say, sharing recipe, cocktail, books, book club, and fashion, etc. Yes, and we say a very good idea. You bet me, I'll do one bet me coming together and organizing a Zoom party. Then we share recipe or we teach recipe, fashion. As I said, maybe I Rebecca so maybe African wear and now whatever, where day. You bet me a BB and as a community, you bet me a BB a promotional. You're more can one seminal. And now, Pacho, a queer Ankumada can send people say sex is another one, or say sex is another. Send you Dr. Dua Ekayano. So who low libidoa as a son, so no Dr. Casa, Pacho, not an almost. Pacho, so to me, no Dr. Casa, no boost to libido, no man cosro.
A queer unto herself on hey on one. What you say?
A queer Ankumadaku.
Unto herself on what you say.
Oh, okay. Oh, Chemu. Enti o say another. You can't say no be answer to no nyabi. Enti say you can't add therapeutic idea obi betimi aye in case sex ni na akwan mu a. Pacho mo nto aso.
Ebin so ebia oba psych hospital. One thing writing or journaling. So ebia oba niyama book and you just freestyle writing. Another one thing about journaling is that through journaling you are able to identify your stresses. So ebia may draw about my day. So what you see, and as I'm writing, I will write some stuff. Mimpo na minim say a normal way no my stressing. So into journaling and writing is one important thing. The other one is almost iPhone or Android, almost so many apps about yoga, activities, yoga things that we ultimately download and just do it. Mindfulness. It's all free. Okay, YouTube. There are many videos. There are many educational resources available. Okay, CDC website. Almost many resources are used to be able to improve your mental health.
Thank you. Pacho Bebre, maybe say a TV and somewhere across COVID and now betty nipa 2,000 and nipa 3,000 and nipa say omawu and nipa say omanya COVID. Maybe say so and also a impact on mental health and Dr. Dua.
Oh, yeah, it does. As Dr. Janet said, you are who you are based on your thinking and what you watch. So what you watch and what you see also inform your thinking process. So what you see. It, of course, I mean, as you are seeing all these things, all these scary things, all this, you know, scary news, you know, nina itmima I am share. Oh, mean so it so what you see, into nina account might lead to be a poor mental health. So what you see. Because I mean news, you know, news is very, very important. So, but you have to be very selective to what you listen per se. So what yes, try to inform yourself, you know, but some things be not how I drink. If you want me say, you know, me some fine news what you say, but what me feel my best channel is AGTV, you know, watching the house shows. So what you see. Into say enyoma eboa so what you say and try to cut yourself from some of these negative things going on.
Pacho you. Pacho me kind questions na ba no me select me na makabi. Rhoda Mensa Amadiba said this time Ghanaians are more interested in sex talk. Oh. And now Mami Kuada so esreye and almost say yes. Inti Dr. Emi said baby I kasa for libido who asem nem sa obesha da do mental health nobody beba mako but Emi said senia a man no hitting menye mema a man no kwa eka hit one Emi said ubedi kan di libido apa na ya chom kwan a se obi bie to sin a obetimi ama na kosoro na ebia Dr. Janet so di enura ma libido kɔ fam ne nia ebetimi so ayɛ so de akosoro pacho bebre yento aso pacho question is no man emra question emra obi so say doing activity outside mami ebefiba my pronouncing here or say doing activity outside of family need time for yourself away from spouse and children yeah wow create time ma wo ho ankwala ne nka ho a but covid time maybe send you betimi aya no nkwa kwakwache hotel na wajan kwale wo fi a e bi se wadwen bebo mu kakra ana Dr. Rose Pacha ubeti makasa mame
I mean, say enye unja nkwala ne home enko hotel. You're having a me time doesn't mean you're going to a hotel. You're having a me time could just be taking a walk, could just be taking a drive by yourself, could just be so many things. Usually you could have like you're having your me time. It's not time to even go with your girlfriend. So you can have me time without going to the hotel. Dr. Dua talked about something that we don't have to do with money. And yes, free. Let me drive it free to see, sites and stuff like that. Into me time, no, it shouldn't maybe, money connected, but it'll be nice if you can go somewhere. But
me time. As Dr. Janet was saying, there are many things around us. You bet me use free. So just into and it doesn't really have to be spending money to having me time. So as Dr. Janet was saying, it can be as simple as sebi now Bartha, 4 a.m. will be at that. Sorry, just bunsu them a very nice music, just relax and so on, Until you are from 4 to 7 and at least you've had about 3 hours of just me having time to myself and so on, there are many things available around us. So as you say, the transient be any one you bet me use for our benefit, per se.
And adding to near Dr. Kanye, you having me time, what later, right? There's so many times in them they are near to candles, near to the necessary, right? Bed Bath and Beyond aromatherapy candles will be brave, okay? So therefore, Sisi, would that music nickel, candles necessary. You're taking in some fresh, breath. You're taking deep breath in and deep, taking in oxygen and blowing your lungs and all those things. So it makes you feel good having some me time. And then sometimes I remember there was a time my course told me who be this like the queen is sleeping, do not disturb the queen. You can have some signs like that. Now they about Sebastian who said, what them who now they are do not disturb the queen. Mommy is taking a rest, and mommy is time. It's no color no more be home or money like everybody there will know that they have to give you some time for you to be you, to take care of you.
Yeah, that's it. Dr. Janet, to me be account.
You're coming in the best idea comes exercise. So you are stressing on libido, right? Okay. Exercise also help in that area. We exercise, you sweat and all these things working. And then, it can also help mentally, relaxation, exercise, all of that. You'll be in a kind of I'll say react positively because your life depends on it. So just be positive in life and, exercise, relax, sleep, me time, as we said, and you should be fine. And don't forget your fruits and vegetables.
Exercise and eating healthy.
Exactly.
But SKF was so better and so contributing.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Maybe I'm working in, I mean, maybe this social media page, cost so far, and obviously, I'm say, and just I'm bringing this up because I think it's funny. So the quarantine, this is some couples, baby, so are spending a lot of time at home, and they've actually found out some true colors be about each other. So I'm so a good worry, baby, because this guy is saying is that ordinary it's not no names aside here, we drive once a week. Coronavirus in the one who said Obani age once hands in Oba. No, I be dry just once big kids. No, you motivate and if you know or no so say the chrono so da na or kasakasa on them just send the brain. It's I don't know. I mean, I think it's very interesting because the mental health situation, yeah, I can't Ghana for no Africans, they're associating it always with some spiritual powers to be. And I mean, one thing I'll just say this as one thing I made me say personally, I feel as my sister Bako is very sick in the hospital, who has been in coma for almost 2 years now. Sometimes I sit back and say that all this time and I'm bisano will be assist or want to say, I'm anticipating so very responding by saying that I'm okay. And then I just walk away. I never took the time to really say that, we are all human and I know that we have issues. So do you want to talk about it? There are things that one of the things is going to say, yeah, in questions now you beside sometimes they're too short. Maybe it'd be or doctor. If you guys might say, oh, it's the same, but I'm walking, I'm not staying to listen to what you're saying. Prince at the same, I'm you chimney, obviously, no very respond to say, yeah, so we be quite back cry now on cat. I think that we need to kind of also have time when we ask the question and demand more from the answer and not just say, oh, I'm good, because we all have issues. We make that hospital, yeah, it's a lot. So that's, I think communication is also is a big deal when it comes to your mental health situations. And and one I'm submitting me at the account.
Obi, SKF something very, very important, about how to ask questions, so as you see, because Oshe, we say some time ago, if you come in Burfree school and maybe some school to say, these are all close-ended questions. So what you see, school, yeah, then that's it. And to one day I'm saying, no, I mean, how can I go further and, get some better understanding? So into ABR, how was school? Oh, fine. I'm like, okay, tell me something about school that was fine. So what you see, from that, we started, talking and having, and knowing more about their day. Into SKF, thank you, because I mean, the way we ask questions, is very, very important also, especially in mental health also.
Okay, we're talking about mental health, just like Dr. Dua Kaino. as parents, so we should be able to, talk to our children. Because nkwala no modu age bia omo mo phone nto mbeti say yeah mama no akwhwe dem. We don't know what's going on. They will be on social media is not a safe place to be. But also, that's what they do, especially when it comes to the teenage age. Into me and country, like we don't know exactly what is going on there. We should also have that relationship with our children. Speaking from experience, Ghana, growing up, some of my parents, right? My mama and my papa madamfo. Nkoma me namfo be di no me mama me papa hint me ni sample. But it was say after being a parent, we should also be somehow open. Then e be yankola bibi koso a betumi ne yen akasa. Ehu mwa e betumi de aboa. Because ye withdraws na say yen ntumi ento omofo a outside for no betumi to omofo amai. Whilst we're talking about mental health, like our phone, so you because it's just like the stigma is, it's here African, here, maybe I need depressed, right? But it was saying who say environment I woman, air personal, makes me affect me back, especially teenagers here, person, can cry because who accent. They are growing up in a very difficult situation. Society so America. They have a very conflicting life. I was saying who said man to be related. In this serious mental health. Be coswa to me. Mama some kind of relationship and it's me
All right, and let
Thank
me
you,
just...
Dr. Rose. Me chawano. Prince Paul ni SK so coming up with nyauka and pepe. I say you youth no almost lucky because I was saying near di mawom and send your kind and America so no send no musu near my former common enough for fear and near my different. You want to mean Ghanaian parents in communicating to my creative programmer and chamba start IA youth talking about mental health. Now, you better catch Dr. Dua na afe na coming up untina monte once na ebia once in a month no was stepping in with the youth program no na we educate youth. And to thank you for saying that. Yam rene ko mpacho boss memo akasa. Yam rene ko last week messages ebaye and answer questions be baye. Na mema Dr. Janet address because ono na wadori wo no enromu yie pa. Na me chabana ba me de no ba mo quick because they are very very important. Dr. Rose Ukasa last week no all custom no can say sugar near ka diabetes one them and no see sugar. Now can sugar no one chemu say ebia banchi body enuane even fruit crowd containing sugar. Into question by now Dr. Janet Yawe mema wa answer quick. Na boss pacho wabemu niamre no eko aka 5 minutes pe. Dr. Janet pacho mo anonko.
Ayo, obi da say. Question about na obi friend say oni ne mama argue feel because na ne mama share life. Na the ne mama ka ne mama be didi no say asichire dia megya dio e na okofa brodo yi na butter yi. E na ne ba ne ka che say mama da bi o. Enye so da bi doctor no say omo say asichire enti na was say of friend me na me ne mama ne kasa. Enti na mbesi me di wave twam say si e kasi sugar enye asichira yasa agu tea mu nko a brodo edane ekodane asichire e wo body ni mu banche fufuo ye ka carbohydrate bibia eye starch niema ekọ body ni mu a e break it down ekodane asichire enti se wo ye obi a wo watch wasichire a eniema na edi esamaye eni ye na bebre no ni nyina ekodane asichire nti eno no ubedi a no atobo bayere carbohydrate ebetimi akwa ni sugar nti sɛ wobɛdi barrier a kakra bi na sɛ kontomire na ɛno nnɔɔso ɛnkyɛn you know nti sɛ wobɛdi ayi bi so a beans protein na ɛwɔ mu ɛndɔɔso ɛnkyɛn barrier no ni brodo no sɛ wofa brown bread na yi kakra bi menkɔdi sɛ ɛno nyɛ asikyire ɛno ɛyɛ asikyire nti na clarification na ɛwɔ si yɛde ɛba no no.
Okay, so just to add to what Janet said, I think so one of the things too, so beside me about that sugar seminal, obi sugar coffee usually say menum next why I'm for orange juice and then they put 5 packets of sugar in there. A double sugar now they are money back on. It would be better saying orange juice maybe out the peanut butter cracker be account. So like a sugar with the protein, and it would be a better combination than say I say sugar and of orange juice, not the 5 packets of sugar account. But anyway, coming back to a friend is saying mental health, just an experience, personal experience. This friend is saying quarantine with the kids and doing the Zoom and virtual learning. Just recently, I know some most Africans, your age of the medical field, and there's a lot of hours. Parents, are always at work, and they're not really paying attention to what the kids are doing online. Recently, because me off and I tried to pay attention to me, mano, and then realized to say, for some reason, they introduced them to some sort of Zoom meet, where Nkwalano could meet on Zoom and they play games throughout the day. And as a parent, you might be sitting there thinking it's all about new idea, but they're not learning. They're playing games with each other online. And me finding out in the back was rushing through school and was signing on to the Zoom meets or play or home all the time. So I had to, intervene. Catch and say, to me, yes, I've been. I think that's another thing. So yes, and Kwalani go through a lot of stress, meeting each other because of the quarantine, But again, I was here to pay attention to what they are doing online because they say, more full access to the internet, and only God knows what's going on there. So, that's just another maybe Dr. Biabi to me added to that too. And then
it's true. SK because of time, but me almost say, nami age more adolescent side, and we are and this is true. We are losing our kids. We are losing them. Because I came across a group of kids, they were involved with some hardcore pornography, 12, 13, 14. Hardcore pornography, huge, because of money, and fat and same me people wanting so on, but your community so on, they said, like DJ Paul, any SKF is coming up with something on adolescent mental health because it is very, very huge, and we will lose our kids.
Dr. Dia, question will come out actually a contribution more frankly na yeboa or see if you can keep an eye on our teenagers, especially girls' suicide attempt by hanging is on the rise. If we could do some assessments on them, and frequently, especially when they are usually withdrawn from themselves, which is very true. Usha statistics are, and now go CDC website was say second leading cause of suicide. And near my cause, so second leading death, suicide. No patre say and palanso to the teenagers between 15 and up, and the party a dear be a wunya papa. And what bar say about one why educated your best say, though you anymore Juma, so we are very, very, very busy. By a best say a quambamwa, 10 year canoe, we have to keep an eye on the youth in the program nebana. What try contribute here, my.
I shall make up one last thing in one way.
Yes.
Because of time, adolescents, they are going through their usual developmental stages. What you say is normal, coupled with psych issues. So into Emma and Noma, very, very complex. Some time ago, like there was a kid in Grafton, very nice kid in Grafton High School. Let me say, if has a much was it in other like high school view like Grafton show baby so just she was okay, nice kid, high school sports, excellent, in school, book, excellent. One day she went to the Mars Pike, it was a Mars Pike 90, any drafting, Ichom stood on the bridge and jumped. Yeah, and died. And yeah, and when the parents went through her diary, they realized how sick she was. Nothing showed. She had friends, basketball, soccer, everything, everything was excellent. Yeah, I think it's a very important issue. It's a tackle because maybe when you say, we will lose our kids,
Thank you. Me pacho bebre, ansani ye bekono, pacho niema mieno, principal bekasa. And now one important question by what COVID vaccine, COVID vaccine, said Dr. Janet clarified. It's member principal akasa, or yeah, Dr. Janet, pacho no clarify that COVID vaccine question, am I why?
So I'd like to just ask one question to Dr. Dwyer, please. Dr. Dwyer Pacho, can you elaborate a little bit on how mental health can affect relationship, please?
Yeah. Mommy, let me bring an example. So I had a patient the other time who came into us with a psychotic like behavior. So but not as a kid in college, or yare, so on, and and then she became, and then he became better. Into no a drone ujaifa, so what you see, and then he married and didn't tell the wife about his past history. So what you see, of course, everything is gone. I mean, I'm doing well. Then 2 or 3 years into the marriage, the disease came back, right, and was admitted again. And now the wife found out, oh, my husband had been in a psych hospital many times as a child and didn't even tell me. So on, of course, I mean, mental illness has a very, very huge relationship effect on relationships, obviously, but because of time, like the mechanism, being very honest, and truthful, and letting your partner know, so you know what, I deal with them. So what you see, me here more. Hey, life goes on, so what you see, but we can all go through it together and become better partners in life, because as I told you, social support is very, very important. But because of time, let me also say, if I some answer question here, principal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dr. Janet, pacho vaccine question no. Which man samaya?
Yo, question be a buyer and say or be beside say or to say for your mom vaccine different if free and maybe before a vaccine at the warm. Now I didn't person me catch it here for say no. Obroni vaccine ni ho and a tuntumu for vaccine any ho. Ye nyina obia ewo vaccine back home. Ye ho no hospital ho no vaccine ni nyina ba pharmacy ho. Ye ni a store, ye ni a mix it, ye ni a drawn was syringes ni mo na ye dia wo. Me different lot or different coding bia I try say tuntumu for the any before the we should take that and free. And I want say panye bisha so ya de bo so many things are also because he will be clear say this vaccine has no black person vaccine and a white person vaccine, and a code will be a niswa just say way there, not say way there. And say eba not say available for you. Take advantage of it and get your shot because the air code I got mine. I'm still alive. Mindani bibia mi DNA no answer and so please let's take that from your mind. So say no black tuntumu for. Let me say last time I'm share 60% of Mrofwa only 5% or so tuntumu for now. Na yen so na yewu more. So what is going on here?
Wow. Community
for Africa for the vaccine, there's no black and white. All the vaccines are the same. Okowa on Daniel Boa. you will still be human. It's for our protection. Let's go for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, SKF Prince Paul. I know some way are very much involved in the community and also in church. What is the role of the church, especially in this particular vaccination, problems playing to actually educate our community? Because as you know, in Ghana for all things being equal.
Right. That's a good question.
All right. I think that, I mean, that's a very, very good friend is saying highlight, because to be very honest with you, I don't think much of the churches, pretty much, are not really getting much involved with the vaccination, which obviously, I mean, we preach about lack of knowledge of people perish, but because there's a restriction on how to go to church, which obviously we're using Zoom to do our what kind is to say, and I'm going to bring it to the attention to friends and senior pastor say, I feel it will be better so almost by getting involved, educating more, because it is absolutely true. I mean, people do believe in words that comes out of their mouth too, not just saying I walk outside and, yeah, I think that's what have to happen. And one thing to Prince texted me to say, I think that an idea come up said we should probably hold some sort of a stress release Zoom party and then do it as an open forum for people to bring their concerns when it comes to the coronavirus and the vaccinations. And to me, I bring it, back and to try to answer those things and educate more. Because at this point, genetic numbers are not bad, and it's true. It's 65%, which is very, very horrible. You better try to just.
Meanwhile, so share percentage now is so. Yes, so young warrior cry.
Yeah.
5% per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Obi, I want, because it's too much. The conspiracy theory that is being pushed on WhatsApp is way too much.
Yeah,
that's
way too much. We have to do some real information section, because I've been arguing and pushing back and doing. It's just too much.
We will be doing. I think we thought about this. Say a better COVID again.
Yeah,
that's when. Yeah, COVID part 2, and that's when the vaccine and the education will come in.
Right, and that's to say this. I know that there's a video out there about some white person be having a meeting and says that they want to kill a certain number of Africans or whatever. That video, the same video, was out during the HIV season. So it's not something that was done right now. It has been done way back. But there's evil people out there. I will try to bring these propaganda videos, wherever it fits. It's when you'll be out here that time, overhead and now if you say, oh my God, I am pankophone, you're meeting some will be queen. I mean, what are they going to get out of it?
And it's going viral.
Mm-hmm.
People think say current.
Right, we still start. Well, I see a guy sharing. Stop sharing those nonsense, because you never know who believes in them.
Oh, that at your tier 4 I am running about 9-10. The best year for more contribution. Your best so more contributions. Your best answer so I expect it. So question be better and bet media brain next week. Your better answer. Now send you a kind your more SKF name Prince Paul at Nasia or more planning a year youth and social education about near Koso actually mental health education a best start very soon. Interno so ye be pese wo ba na teenager senior more the kind, especially a ma show mu ye, because they say no ma lonely and na internet nkwanom de share ade ntia ma omo ye nim ye ma ye ni na ho. And now Dr. Dua kan bu a wo hu kwasa onipa no something really going on. Obi a ya ade osua de won lucky bibia otimi koko jampi e committee suicide. Meka see ye de obi bia say, especially Dr. Dua ye nim senior we are very 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 busy. Na wase wo mre ababeka ye ho na wo kyerɛkyerɛ yen ye ni so bebree ye ka say send a wabano every week be a best lesson obeba na wapa boy, especially a youth no na yako yeni. Dr. Rose, Dr. Janet, edamasipa about time jamun majuma mu bibia na mababeka yeho. Prince Paul yadawa say for my dream pa some be a platform is a for educated community no and the entire nation. And the good thing Mr. Sune say me refi back doctors in Ghana, medical doctors as well in Ghana, eba beka platform in na almost say ye ka a yen koso wo yen ha no almost swaka almost so Ghana same thing near koso ewo ho na start ya by me say starting last Friday of this month and na start ya ba mienu free Holy Family a yen koko ombeba ababeka inti ni wo ho no boss bacha se bi wo ha betime dia ka obeka ka ho.
Oh, no, sense, we are very happy, sir, Dr. Dia Bababekaya. If anybody out there also has any idea of anything or person discuss as well, over to me, inbox any of all of us. Not it's me, Adi Abba.
If I told be inbox, he says sickle cell. So you can watch him. If he say sickle cell, so ya dear Eddie, I mean, before, especially Ghanaians, yeah, majority. It was sickle cell anemia, but you know, so important. Rebecca Wasem. Na send your line program. No say Bribiani the mental health kakrabeba and san ye bibia to us no. Say ye be coordinate sa anti. Pacho no sa question no pacho ye be di wujuma. Ye that's be brave for your contribution.